right, I'm going to call to order this work session for the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. Mr. Myers, ordinance 2024-29. I cannot hear you, Mr. Myers. It appears you're muted.
Looks like it's showing for Daniel Brown.
Right, but the important part is the microphone is muted.
Is this a TSD issue? Or who should be allowed in?
I think it's under Daniel Brown. There, unverified, it says Daniel Brown unverified. I think that's how he's logging in.
Or it could be under Ms. Crecilius also.
Oh, yep, she's on there too. Good point.
Oh, him.
That's a note to planning.
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and try again, planning? Okay. It looks like we're not able to connect with planning, so I wonder if we should just postpone this 1 week to the work session on August 14th.
Since we're taking the next one off, will that push us too late? I mean, if we do it on the 14th and they want to bring it to us on the 21st, they can. And then will the 28th be too late?
Let me look. I get what you're asking. Okay, we have visual, we do not have, oh, we might have audio.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
We're all excited. Yay! Thank you.
Apologies, evidently using the app works, but using it in browser doesn't. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a petition to establish a planned unit development at 4691 South Victor Pike. The property is one parcel containing 42.12 acres in Section 20 of the Perry Township. And the plan is to subdivide this property into 136 residential lots of various residential uses, including single-family residential detached with higher density, single-family residential detached with lower density, single-family residential attached duplexes. Effectively, there's going to be no setback on some of these lots so that they can be joined together with the same wall, as well as single-family residential attached triplexes. And should this ordinance be approved, the next step would be for the petitioner to file a major subdivision. So this was first heard by the Planning Commission on January 16th, 2024. It then received numerous continuances, including 3 by the petitioner and 1 by staff, and was finally heard. It was heard at the for final hearing at the regular session on June 18th, 2024. Petitioners are providing the required 25% open space, which is 10.53 acres exactly. The petitioner has submitted a letter explaining their proposal, as well as an outline plan detailing what the uses are going to be, what elements such as the minimum lot size and minimum lot width, garage size, estimated bedrooms are going to be. They have received capacity letters, including one for sewer that was obtained back, I think, in 2021. And according to this, they were able to verify that their sewer connection is still valid. Now, we received quite a bit of remonstrance for this. For a bit of a background, this petition was first heard as a PUO. There was a previous PUO on this property by the same petitioners back in 2020. That was withdrawn before the county commissioner's formal session. There was also a rezone back in 2021 that was denied by the county commissioners by a vote of 3-0. One of the requests that we received from one of the remonstrators was for remonstrance from the rezone back in 2021 to be included in this petition in PUO-23-7. In addition, staff has received hundreds of individual pieces of remonstrance from various persons, the majority of which were gathered via postcards by 2 other remonstrators and then sent to us via PDFs. And since the Planning Commission meeting, we have received new materials, including a new petitioner letter from the petitioner to the Board of Commissioners. There's also a new lot layout that reduces the plan from 137 lots to 136 due to one of the lots being dedicated to open space. It also reshifted the existing open space. One of the issues brought up during the Plan Commission was that a lot of open space was going to be dedicated right under a utility line that runs to north to south of the property. And they redistributed the open space across individual lots in order to accommodate that. But the amount of open space that they are providing is exactly the same, 10.53 acres. There's also a map of said power line that runs across various properties in Monroe County. We've also received letters of support from the petitioner, and the petitioner has requested that the letters of support and postcards of support from the rezone back in 2021 be included, since the remonstrance from that petition was also allowed to be included. Then there were also new letters of support for PUO-23-7, as well as further remonstrance from residents via the postcards that were collected by two of the other petitioners. And so overall, the staff recommendation has not changed. We received a positive recommendation to the county commissioners by a vote of, I believe, 6-2. And we are going to be recommending approval for this subject to the following conditions. 1, the petitioner add maximum impervious surface standards per lot as a maximum percentage under the summary table by area, which is included in Exhibit 3. 2, the petitioner revise the outline plan to confirm whether streets will be platted as public or private. If they will be private, the outline plan shall be revised to state that the standards that will be followed as it relates or deviates with the manual for construction within and adjacent to Monroe County right-of-way. 3, the petitioner is to implement a buffer yard type D on the south side and north side of the property boundary to better align with the purpose statement in Chapter 811 regarding buffering. 4, they are to change the Karst Conservancy areas to meet the 50-foot protection requirements under Chapter 761, as well as relocate and remove the proposed dog parks illustrated on the south side. In the version that was heard by the Plan Commission, this was between lots number 96 and 97, but on the new plan, I believe it's located adjacent to lots, yes, 93 and 94. And 5, the petitioner changed the site plan and outline plan to state that the open space plan for the northeast side of the property shall protect the delineated floodplain zone and not propose any structures within this area, including eliminating any proposed boardwalks. And I will take any questions.
Commissioner Jones.
No, I don't yet. This was a rather large packet to receive kind of at the last minute.
Yeah, it's over 400 pages. Commissioner Githens? 500, 508.
Now it's working in, yeah, 508 pages. I started through it a little bit yesterday. I remember when this petition was first denied a few years ago, one of the issues for me was that there didn't seem to be a strong enough wording and funding within the homeowners association to maintain any kind of detention pond or ponds. I haven't been able to go through this thoroughly enough. Will there be detention ponds, and what assurance do we have that those will be properly maintained?
Let's see. I believe in the new site plan, let me double check, they have added some proposed drainage areas. And as previously stated, if this is approved, the next step will be for a major subdivision to be applied for, and we can ensure that and I think we will be ensuring that those standards are met, that any required standards are met as part of the review.
Daniel, I think there's, this is Jackie with the planning department. I think on page 482 of the packet, there is a note in the petitioner's letter specific to the funding and the HOA status.
Yes, here it is. Thank you, Jackie. So yes, a key summary of the key items. Number 1, initial funding by the developer and follow-on accountability by homeowners to ensure the money is available to maintain a healthy, functional HOA. Clear authority and ability for commissioners to hold the HOA accountable for drainage maintenance is number 4, as well as 3, the maintenance program and timing required for stormwater infrastructure.
And do we know how much funding the developers would be putting toward the, it says initial funding by the developers. Do we know what that's going to be for the HOA?
I don't believe they have given a specific amount.
actions?
I think there was also something in here, and again, I apologize. I decided it was more important to sleep last night. There was some, I think, discussion about retaining trees.
Yes, so they have uploaded a tree preservation plan as part of what was reviewed by the Plan Commission. So they will be preserving some trees here, and one of the conditions of approval is the establishment of a landscaping buffer yard along the southern and northern side of the property.
Thank you.
Okay. We actually have some time before we have to address this in terms of the deadline. What is the deadline for us to hear this? Maybe Jackie, do you know that?
I believe it was, you said, Daniel, that the vote was on June 16th or June 18th?
Yes, the vote was on June 18th, and I believe that means that the 90 days from that positive recommendation would be September 16th of this year.
Yeah. So September 11th would be the last Wednesday before the 90 days.
Yep, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. So, I would like us to consider possibly having a separate evening meeting for this item. So we're going to have to talk through that, our schedule, and we will let you know. Does that work?
Yes, I think that should be fine.
I don't have any other questions at this point either. So I think we're good. We'll notify planning and we'll get this on our agenda. Okay. Thank you so much. Any other department have anything to bring forward? Mr. Cockrell, do you have anything for us? No? Okay, great. All right, with that, our work session is adjourned. Thanks, everyone.